Takaka Nora. Imagine yourself as a famous singer. You are invited to weddings, birthdays, and you have your own band. And you have the musical instrument. And one day you will receive a call from an unknown woman who you do not know, and tell you, "Come you and your band to my daughter's wedding. And I want you to having the wedding." Reach the wedding hall. So you and your band members went and took your musical instrument with you. And you started singing and completing the first and second paragraphs, and everything is normal, and people are happy to have you because they are your fans. Amidst the excitement of the invited guests, I discovered that the people of the bride and groom and all the guests are not human at all. A very terrifying surprise. And you don't know how to act in this situation. You want to escape, but you are afraid that they will know that you have revealed their truth. They will harm you, and at the same time you are unable to sing out of fear. This is exactly what happened to the famous singer Nora al-Kuwaiti. Who is this singer, and what is the reason for this singer's retirement from singing? And what was the reason for her sudden retirement, which was a shock to all her fans and followers? It became the subject of many rumors. Do you want to know the story of this singer with the jinn? Before we start, do not forget to like and subscribe to the channel and activate the bell button. Let's start. Previously in the Arab countries, or before the appearance of the DJ, every family, when they had a wedding or any occasion, they used to call a singer called Takaka. She is a singer with her band and her musical instruments. She goes to sing on these occasions, and she takes money for her work. The more famous the singer is, the higher her wages will be. The singer Nora was one of the most famous in the state of Kuwait. She sang on the occasions of ministers, the rich people, and dignitaries with prestigious positions. Her name is known in all the Arab Gulf countries. She talked about the reason for her retirement from singing, and she began to tell her story. A strange woman called me on the phone. She told me,
"Hello, Nora with me."
"Yes, Nora with you."
"Yes. I have an occasion for my daughter's wedding. I want you to hold this marriage."
"When is this wedding date?"
"On Friday."
"Sorry, I can't come, because it's our day off." "I'm so sorry."
"No. My daughter is one of your admirers, and this marriage will not take place without your coming."
The mother of the bride kept urging me to come. After much insistence, I agreed. "Okay, I will come, especially for your daughter's sake." "What time does the wedding ceremony start?"
10 at night.
"Well, I will be there at 9 o'clock, me and my band."
"Okay. Goodbye."
"Okay, bye-bye." I called the band members and told them that we will perform a wedding on Friday, and they did not agree. That this is our day off. "How is that?" I told them, "Don't worry. The pay is high and it is worth working on the day off," until they agreed. Friday came. I and my band went to the address that the mother of the bride sent us. And I was on my way to the marriage hall in the state of Sabahiya in Kuwait, about 40 kilometers away. But I don't feel comfortable with this party, and I don't know what. I regret coming. Indeed, my feeling was correct. I saw a very large palace with 3 floors, and a large crowd of guests that I have not seen at a wedding before. When I look at the forms of the guests, their clothes, and their appearance, it was the appearance of very rich people. The decorations that hang on the walls of the hall are very expensive and exaggerated, and the lights and luxurious mattresses. The people, they bless and congratulate the groomsmen, the children, and the adults in that hall. But even though everything I saw was normal, I still didn't feel comfortable. The father of the bride received us and welcomed us. Then we were met by the mother of the bride, who called me. She was huge, wearing a black dress. When she saluted me, I felt her hand very dry like a stone, and her face as pale as if she was sick. I asked her to show us our room where we will change our clothes. She said, "Your room is ready. Come with me." As soon as we got to the room, the bride's mother said,
Consider the house your home. And whatever you ask God, I will bring it to you. You and your band, you made me happy that you came to this marriage. Thank you so much, Nora.
We entered the room and changed our clothes. The door knocked on us, so I opened the door and found a group of girls from the guests who came to greet me. They were some of my fans, said hello to me and left. There was a member of my band, a member named Shams. She said to me, Nora, these girls have something strange in them. I told her, what is it? When they greeted me, I felt a heat in my body. I told her that you are delusional, you are just a little nervous. Even when we were in the car, I was a little nervous like you, but I saw everything very normal. We are just not used to working on Friday. Then they prepared dinner for us, and the strange thing is that it is only meat. No appetizers, dessert, fruits or anything. I said to myself, we will continue our work and nothing will happen. Everything will be all right. Although I was reassuring Shams that the situation was normal and there was nothing to be afraid of. However, I was the most frightened and terrified person because I was responsible for all the members of the band. I am afraid that something bad will happen to them. I do not want to show that so that they do not feel nervous. They cannot sing or play with me when I sing. That is why I show them my comfort until 10 o'clock at night. From here begins the scariest thing that happened in my life. Went up to the stage to present the first part of the singing, and it was a surprise. The bride and groom looked very strange. The groom was not wearing white robes as we usually do in the state of Kuwait. He was dressed like the clothes of the Ottomans. As for the bride's dress, it was black and dotted with white and studded with jewels and diamonds. They were sitting, not moving at all, not dancing, not looking at each other and smiling. They did not look at the guests. They looked in front of him only, the same for the bride. They stared in front of them and sat without movement, as if they were idols. Then we finished our first paragraph and the guests were happy and applauding for us. We went to our room to rest a bit before presenting the second paragraph. I was feeling tired and almost passed out. The changing room was noisy. I could not take my rest. I went out of the room to go up to the second floor to get some fresh air and rest a little. I climbed the stairs and it was the first shock. When I climbed the stairs, we went to the second floor and I was surprised. The place was deserted. It was full of dirt, chairs, and all the furniture had been broken for years. All the rooms were locked and the glass was broken. I was walking inside that floor and was surprised. Until I saw a room whose door was open. So I entered it and saw a bed in the room. It was old and full of dirt. But I was very tired mentally and physically, so I lay on the bed and rest and trying to understand what's going on. I fell asleep and slept. When I was asleep, I had a terrible nightmare. A huge woman was running after me in the dream, wearing a black dress and shouts. I got up from sleeping terrified and heading quickly towards the door of the room. I tried to open it, but it is closed, even though I left it open before I fell asleep. I tried to open it, but to no avail. I started screaming and knocking on the door. Maybe someone could hear me. The door opened by itself. I saw someone in front of me, a woman, the same woman I had found in the dream. My blood ran cold, and my whole body became hot, and I said to myself, sure, I'm still sleeping and dreaming, and I'm seeing a nightmare now. I closed my eyes for a moment to make sure that I was dreaming. She disappeared. I said, thank God. Then noticed at the end of the corridor in the second floor and a small child looked at me. laughed and smiled. He climbed the stairs towards the 3rd floor. I followed him. I also climbed the stairs and caught up with him the 3rd floor. The same thing is in the 3rd floor destroyed. The glass in the walls are broken. I was surprised that they only live on the 1st floor. How can a party of this shape, extravagance, wealth, decorations, and mattresses on the ground floor and the rest of the palace be like this? The child entered one of the room in that floor and closed the door on himself. His voice, the child disappeared. I was afraid that something had happened to him. I have to go downstairs to the ground floor, and I say to one of the groomsmen to open the door for a little boy, and I'm coming down. I felt that someone behind me. He grabbed my legs and pinned them to the ground. I couldn't move. Then he said,
"Sing, sing, sing, sing."
I never turned behind me, and the voice was repeated.
"Do not be afraid. I'm a friend and I love your voice very much, and I want you to sing."
Who are you?
Sing. Nora, sing.
Who are you?
Do not be afraid. I'm a loyal friend.
I went running towards the stairs and went down to the hall on the ground floor below to the changing room. When I entered the room, I found the band members there, and Shams with them. She broke down crying. She was crying hard, and the rest of the band members gathered around her. I told her what happened. Shams, did someone bother you? She told me, why are you late? Nora. I told her to tell me what exactly happened to you. Shams told me that all the guests were asking about you. So I went looking for you, and I did not find you on the ground floor. I went up to the 2nd floor, and I went up the stairs. I found all the walls with terrifying faces, and the view of the floor was gloomy and terrifying. I found all the walls with terrifying faces, and the view of the floor was gloomy and terrifying. I found a room with an open door. A strange body, I did not see its features, but I caught a glimpse of it, like the eyes of cats, and when I looked at him, I felt as if I was walking involuntarily, heading towards it, as if it was pulling me, and I could not resist it, until I approached him. His mouth smells bad and his temperature is very hot. I told her what happened next. She said he asked me to sing for him. He said, "Sing. You have a great voice and I want you to sing." I broke crying. Then he hit me in my face with a pen. Then I felt that I was freedom from his control over me. So I ran away quickly, opened the door and went down the stairs. I went down to the ground floor. I was met by one of the groom's family. He told me, "Who told you to go up there?" I told him to look for Nora. He told, "Don't go up there again. Didn't I ever tell you, Nora, that this place absolutely unnatural? This place is scary and suspicious. Let's run now. I don't even want money from them. I just want to get out safe. You will not be able to imagine what I saw." I told her I saw worse than what you saw. She told me what to do. How do we escape from here? I told her, let us trust in God. And no one forced us. I know this is my mistake. And we are sure now that we are not with humans. Complete the singing paragraphs and endure until dawn and flee from here. Sorry. Shams. You must bear with me the remaining hours until we finish the party and get out of this place safely. I kept masking Shams. We changed our clothes again and got ready for the 2nd paragraph. When we got on stage, I noticed that the number had multiplied in a terrible way. But I didn't care. And at the same time, I couldn't control myself. We sat on the floor with my band and we took the instruments and started singing and playing. We started playing and singing. All the guests were excited in an exaggerated way and their voices were very loud. The more I sing, their voice gets louder and louder. While I'm singing, all the guests gathered and make a circle. Half of them and started jumping and it was a shock. I noticed that their legs are not human feet. Their legs became the feet of animals, the legs of cattle. At this moment, Shams fainted when she saw their legs. She fainted from the terrifying sight, and I was afraid and did not know how to act. I was afraid that these strange creatures knew that we knew their non-human reality. I tried my best not to show my fear. Then she advanced towards me. One of the guests told me what is wrong with these crumbs. No, there is nothing wrong with her. She is tired of singing. We will complete the paragraph and take her to the changing room so that she can rest for a while. She will wash her face and rest. I ordered all the band members to never stop playing. And they continue playing as if nothing had happened, although they are all terrified. As I noticed, the number of guests is still there. It multiplied and multiplied, until we finished the second paragraph and we took Shams to the changing room. When Shams woke up, she said to me, "Didn't I tell you? Nora, this place is cursed. We have to escape from here immediately. I know that they will not allow us to leave." I told her, "What you mean? We are here at the wedding of the jinn. We came to celebrate the wedding of the jinn. These are demons, jinn and goblins. These are not human at all." I told her it is now 2 o'clock at night, and we still haven't finished the third paragraph, and Fajr Azan time will be after about 2 hours, and the sun will rise. She told me I can't look at them again. I told her, "You know what? Don't do anything. Just sit next to me. Don't play or sing. Look at the ground. Do not look at them at all, and the same for all the members. You play while looking at the floor, and continue singing non-stop. In order to escape from this cursed place, the important thing is that we prepare to present the third paragraph, the most terrifying paragraph. All the female members who were with me, they said we can't sing. We can't do that. We can't handle." And I tell them, "You shouldn't sing. Hold your drums and look at the ground and I'll sing. Don't try to stare at any object. Then the guests, their faces changed. Their true form appeared in full. Faces that are not human faces. I closed my eyes and said in myself, I am responsible for all the members. All of this is because of me. Oh God, their families are waiting for them. Oh God, let no harm happen to them. I will not sing again after this concert. This is my last concert. Oh God, get us out of here, fine." We were in the middle and they formed a circle around us suddenly, in the midst of a terrifying scene. The time of sunrise and the call to prayer of dawn. When the muezzin said, "God is great," all the demons disappeared. They froze like idols after the uproar and the loud voices. Everything was muted, except for the sound of the call to prayer. And suddenly the electricity was cut off from the entire hall. It became dark. All the girls of the band were screaming. I told them, "Come on, let's run away quickly. Let's get out of here. Leave everything here. Do not take anything with you for musical instruments. You all get out of here immediately. Get out, and never look behind you." We ran out of the door of the palace crying and screaming. When they went out towards the road, we found a person from the area walking to the mosque to pray. We told him, "Please find a car for us to go from here immediately. Please help us. We want to get out of here quickly. We want to go back to our homes." He said, "Who you are? Who brought you here? How did you enter this house?" I told him that we were at the party in the palace behind us, and we saw in it the strangest thing in the life. He said to us, "Palace." I pointed my finger at it. I was surprised. The palace we came out of is a simple and abandoned house. A deserted black one with a broken door and broken windows. And all the members look at that house. We cannot believe what is happening. The man told us that you were here in this house. We swore to him that we were in the palace and there was a wedding and not an abandoned house. He told us how a wedding was in this house. This house has been abandoned for 10 years and is inhabited by jinn. All the people of this area never approach it. I told him we will tell you what happened later. We are terrified. Please try to request help for us quickly. Indeed, he asked for help and we arrived at our home safe and sound. After this incident, I retired from singing completely because I promised my Lord that I would never sing again, and that concert was my last concert. I fulfilled my promise with the mother, how about with my God? And do not forget to like and subscribe to the channel. See you in the next video.